Hi everyone, my name's Jess. Welcome to Essential Oils 101 online 45-minute webinar. So I'm conscious of time, I'll get going straight away. If anyone else joins us, no problem. I'm recording this so they can go back and watch the start. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. No, I think you guys can already see it. Cool. So today we're going to talk about why essential oils can be the access point for you to live an abundant life in all forms, emotionally, physically, and even financially. There we go. It's going to be better if sorry guys, bear with me. That's what we want. Just opening up the presentation so you guys don't have to see my next slides. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, we're in action. Okay, so who am I? My name is Jess. I'm the founder of the Bennett Like Pretzel community. So on there we talk about all things yoga, meditation, natural health, birthing, pregnancy yoga, all of that kind of thing. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher by trade. I'm also a doTERRA essential oils coach and leader. I'm an intuitive eating coach, and I'm a single mum of 2 young girls. And on the screen you can see different ways that you can connect with me. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube with a few videos on there, I'm on Instagram, and you can email me as well. So if you guys have any questions throughout the course of the class today, you can take a few notes or you can pop them straight into the chat function using Zoom, and I'll answer any questions during the Q&A time at the end of the class. There's no such thing as a silly question, so please feel free to ask anything. And if you think of any questions later, just shoot me an email and we can answer those together. In this class, I kind of briefly mentioned, but just to recap, I want to talk about why it's time to say yes to your self-love and care, what that even means. There's a lot of buzzwords in there, and how you would even go about doing that. Why essential oils, I believe, are the key tool for so many pieces of this self-love puzzle. What essential oils are and why you even want to use them, why quality matters, and why I personally choose doTERRA after comparing numerous different ranges and brands, and a few ways how to create a healthier home, body, and emotional state using essential oils. But before we dive in, I just want to clearly state that I'm not a doctor. I believe there is a place for both natural and Western medicine. I'm really grateful for both. I use both in my own life, but I think, yeah, there is a clear place for both, and we'll talk about that in the next couple of slides. Anything that we chat about today is not intended as medical advice to overrule your doctor. If you're on any medication or anything like that, and you have any concerns about contraindications, please feel welcome to ask me. I can direct you to the right info, or you can check with your doctor. So on the screen now, you can see some pictures of me with my 2 little girls, Abby and Millie, and how my essential oils journey began. Basically, probably 6 months before I even got started, maybe it was a little bit longer than that, a dear friend of mine approached me about a doTERRA business that she was building. She introduced me to the oils. I'd never tried them before, and initially I was really skeptical. I was like, no, that's not for me. doTERRA uses network marketing, and that just doesn't vibe with me at all. So I ignored her basically for at least 6 months, maybe a little bit more. And then I was going through a lot of personal things. I wasn't in a place of self-love or self-care at all. That stuff was like bottom priority. I had 2 very small children, a newborn and an 18-month-old, or maybe she was 19 months old, my relationship was falling apart. I was under a lot of stress. I was away from all my family and support network. I was suffering from postnatal depression, and just self-care and self-love just didn't even rate. I just was trying to get through the day. After my relationship fell apart, that all kind of came to a head. We moved back home to live with my mum, and I really started to slowly shine the light back onto myself. What did I need to feel good, to feel supported? What did I want for my life? What was my vision? And the seed, I guess, had already been planted about essential oils and all of these amazing benefits and ways that you could use them for self-love, self-care, plus cleaning, first aid. The list goes on. We'll talk about that today. So that popped into my mind, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to just try them. I'm just going to try these oils, see what all the hype is about, because they're popping up everywhere. Everyone seems to be using these oils. I kind of didn't really get it. I had the information, but it wasn't until I ordered the oils and I started using them for myself that I started to reap, for me, first off, the emotional benefits. So in some, pretty hard moments, as you can imagine, the end of a relationship, having, becoming a single mum, trying to juggle the needs of two other people as well as your own, and doing that, I had a lot of support from my mum, but romantically, I was learning how to be on my own. So I had some big challenges to overcome, and the oils, I can hands down say, I got my money's worth with those just through the emotional support, the aromatic benefits, and this has been studied. This is not some woo-woo thing. Like, we know that there is a connection between things that we smell and our brain chemistry. Our mood can be dramatically altered. So that was my access point. I needed that emotional support in that time. And then the longer that I've used the oils and integrated them into my life for all kinds of things like cleaning, I've replaced all my skincare. I'm working with other women who are struggling with acne, using the oils. The list is endless, and at the end of the class we're going to talk about those things as well. So that's how my oils journey began. That was my access point, and I just keep evolving even more with these oils, finding more uses and saving more money, which is maybe not something that I expected at the start. The more things that I replace, the more I realize how multi-purpose essential oils are, and the more value I really see in keeping these things in my home. So just quickly, I've kind of talked a little bit about this, but basically what I want to frame to you today is how and why you should say yes to your self-love and self-care as well. So for me, that was the switch that kind of flicked from me being in a really dark place into start journeying back into the life that I wanted for myself. My statement to myself was saying yes to self-love and care. And one of those steps was introducing essential oils into my life. So I believe self-love and self-care is just making the choice to feel good. Happiness is a journey. It's not a destination. It's not, I will be happy when I get here. I'll be happy when I lose 10 kilos, because there'll always be something else. There'll always be another reason that your ego is telling you to not be happy right now. Saying yes to self-love is just choosing a higher vibe life for yourself and knowing that you're worthy of it. Your biggest dreams, your biggest desires, there's no reason why you can't choose those things for yourself. Always choosing love over fear. I posted, if you follow me on Facebook, about this really cool thing that happened. I bought myself some flowers. I split the bunch in two because they wouldn't fit in a vase. And I knew about Emoto's work, his water experiment. If you guys aren't aware of that, have a little Google. It's fascinating. And that was kind of in my mind. I don't even know why, but I sent one vase love, just mustered love, and sent it to that vase. And I sent the other vase fear. And I had a lot that day, so I sent that vase fear, and then I kind of forgot about it and went on with my life. About a week later, I was doing general cleaning and I threw one vase out because it was wilted and brown and dead. And just yesterday, which was 3 weeks after I first bought the flowers, I noticed that the love vase was not only still very much alive, it's still down on the kitchen bench, but it had actually grown roots and was growing. Now, that just blows my mind, and it concretes my already belief. We already know this in our heart, how powerful our thoughts, how powerful our emotions, how powerful our focus is in shifting and manifesting in our lives. And this was just like, how can you argue with that? Love is so powerful. So when we direct that love onto ourselves through whatever way that is for you, maybe it's essential oils, maybe it's other things as well, how can it not be powerful? How can it not be super healing? How can we not catapult ourselves into the life that we want? So the other thing about self-love and care is being able to say no to things that don't align with your vision, noticing those things and just lovingly letting them go. So practices like meditation, whether that's sitting quietly or going for a walk with yourself or cooking or whatever, just something that you can be totally present with, or using oils, little triggers in your day to bring your awareness back to the life that you want to create for yourself. So that's a big way that I use the oils, is just a reminder for what I want for my life. And true wealth, I believe, is living in alignment with your soul's purpose, owning your worth and allowing yourself to step into your power as the best version of yourself. Like, no amount of money can buy you that. And this true wealth is something that you can access now just by choice and just by awareness. So for all of these reasons, it's probably pretty obvious that I personally believe that self-care isn't a luxury. If you want to make the most of this one life, depending on what your beliefs, maybe you believe that you have more lives, if you want to make the most of this life that you've been given, then you really can't afford to not take care of yourself. And I don't just mean eating right and exercising or whatever that looks like for you. I mean emotionally. I mean spiritually. I mean on all levels. You need to take care of yourself if you're going to be able to be open to receive all of the gifts that you're meant to receive in this life. So a question that I like to ask people is, what do you want to be for your children, for your partner, for your team, if you're a manager, whoever you're interacting with in your life? When you look back at the end of your life, what will you treasure the most? And I found that, there's always reasons holding you back for why you can't have A, B, or C, or why you can't feel a certain way. But really, the best way to start living the life that you love is just to start living the life that you love. And it's really that simple. If you have a vision for yourself walking on the beach every day, there's no reason why you can't start that today, unless you don't live near the beach. But you get the point that I'm trying to say, is that these things that you want to, these things that you feel are out there or 10 years away can be here today, because today is really all that we have. So what are essential oils and how do they fit into everything that I'm talking about? So basically, essential oils are extracts from plants. They're 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So one drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea in terms of therapeutic benefits, which is like herbs supercharged. That makes them very cost effective as well. They are volatile aromatic compounds. And if you can see in the little picture there of the peppermint leaf, and just to the right, there's a peppermint leaf oil sac. So the oil is actually the protection mechanism on the plant, and they lend those same protective qualities to the human body. They've been used throughout history for health benefits for hundreds of years. They're not something new. They're safe as long as they're used correctly. They're effective and they're affordable, because most applications only use 1 to 2 drops. So some of these oils are going to last you 5 or more years. Things like clove oil or oregano oil that you're probably not using that often, but when you need them, they're invaluable. Essential oils, good quality ones, are slow steam distilled or cold pressed for citrus oils from the plant to yield the highest quality and most potent oil. So that's important. Not all oils are processed in that way. Some of the cheaper oils, which I'll talk about, are extracted from plants using chemical solvents, which can actually reduce or completely eliminate their therapeutic qualities. So a little bit more on why quality matters. There's no governing body for essential oils. It doesn't exist yet. The FDA only requires that something called an essential oil be 70% pure. So a lot of the cheaper oils you're buying, either from the chemist or the dollar store or whatever it might be, are either diluted or they're extracted using methods which negatively impact on the oils, like using chemical solvents. And there's no way really, unless you're buying from a company that you trust, of actually knowing what are in the bottles. So definitely not all essential oils are safe to ingest. doTERRA's are, and there's a few other reasons why I choose doTERRA that I'll talk about. One of the big things that I really try to do as much as I can is vote with my dollar. I like to support companies that are operating with heart, that are doing things that align with who I am as a person. So if that's something that's important to you, doTERRA might align for you in that way. Cheaper oils are often grown in mass crops or greenhouses, or sometimes they are produced synthetically in labs. If you're into raw foods and that kind of thing, we know that things have a vibration, and something produced in a lab just isn't going to have that same life force as something that is grown wildly or indigenously in a field in the location where it's most abundant and thriving. So if you're wondering if something is good quality and whether you should invest in it, the things to ask are, where are your oils coming from? Who's producing them? How are they tested? What's exactly in the bottles? Do I know that they're safe? Do I trust this company? And if I'm already using oils in my home, are they working the way that they're intended to work? Am I getting results? Cool. So a little bit more just on different grading. So most of the essential oils on the market today are synthetic. They're the perfume or industrial grade. They're what are typically used in skincare and all of that kind of thing to create perfumes and scents. They have been tested to have no therapeutic qualities the same way that something like a wild or indigenous essential oil does. So there's other grades. There's food grades. Sometimes we use essential oils in foods. There are therapeutic grades, and then there is something that doTERRA, they've created their own testing because a testing body doesn't exist. They call their own internal testing CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. Basically, the testing that doTERRA puts themselves through, and they do engage third parties, so it's nice and objective, is the most thorough testing on the market. There's 7 levels of testing. There's more information online if you want to know more about that. But basically, there are no other oils in the world that are tested as thoroughly as doTERRA's for potency, purity, and safety. So you can feel really certain in what you're using when you're using a product like doTERRA. So I've covered a few of these off, but a few other reasons why I choose doTERRA and why doTERRA might be right for you too is, they're the purest and most potent essential oils on the market today, hands down. They are sourced indigenously from around the globe, wherever the plants are abundant and thriving. So the best quality lavender is from France. So doTERRA goes to France. They partner with local farmers. They create like a co-op. They support existing communities financially, and they improve those communities. So if they help them improve systems, they help them with cash flow injections. So basically, doTERRA are leaving communities better than when they found them. They call that co-impact sourcing, and it's unique to doTERRA. They're the only company that does that. There are other companies that do source indigenously, but they go into a country and they set up their own farm. They set up like a mass crop or a monocrop in that country, and then they take all the profits with them. So they're not actually giving back to those communities in that way unless they're hiring local help. So doTERRA's giving back is something that makes me feel so good about buying their products, because I'm voting with my dollar to sustainability. I'm voting with my dollar to supporting people who this is their bread and butter, this is their livelihood, and that's something that I personally feel really good about. And I can't say the same for going down to the chemist and buying a cheaper synthetic lavender. They're not the same products. They're not comparable. They don't have the same source, and they don't have the same benefits, and they're not necessarily tested to be as safe. doTERRA also offer things other than essential oils. So if you're someone who takes herbal supplements like a multivitamin, if you're someone who brushes your teeth, which probably most of us are, they have hair care, they have cleaning products if you don't want to make your own using the oils, which is what I personally like to do. But they have like a whole range of amazing products which the prices really are comparable and oftentimes cheaper than other organic products on the market. And there are ways that you can purchase doTERRA which end up being a massive cost saver. There's something called the Loyalty Rewards Program, which I'll mention at the end. The other amazing thing about doTERRA, I'm someone who loves to be a part of a community. I'm a single stay-at-home mum, so I don't often get a lot of community interaction the way that I used to when I was out in the workforce. So doTERRA has a massive global wellness community. Lots of it's online. There are meetups in certain areas as well. So if you're looking for community, there's that there for you as well, for inspiration and support and ideas. Just got a quick time check. Cool. So this is just a brief picture about where doTERRA sources all of their oils, but I want to keep moving because I'm conscious of time. So why would you use oils over synthetics? That might be obvious or it might not be. Some of the reasons are health benefits. If you're looking to reduce your toxic load, essential oils are a fabulous way that you can do that. If you're looking to save on cost, essential oils, because they're most applications 1 or 2 drops per use, they're very cost effective, especially if you're using them to create things like cleaning products, skincare products. I've saved so much money making my own skincare products using essential oils. They're sustainable. Synthetics are not sustainable. Something that is grown and harvested locally, like doTERRA, is sustainable from an environmental and biodegradable perspective, and convenience. So you can carry these oils around, you can distill them into little sample bottles, you can just carry the bottles yourself and use them for things like using peppermint for headaches or whatever. Basically, they're so easy and convenient and multi-use. They're very user-friendly. They are also safe, effective, and affordable, which I've already mentioned. I just had a horrible feeling that I had muted this and I just want to, oh no, I haven't. Good. Whew. Okay, cool. So I mentioned at the start that, I want to go back one. I mentioned at the start that I believe there is a place for Western medicine and there's a place for natural health. And I just want to really quickly touch on that to offer my perspective. It's not a perspective that I even came up with, but it's one that I have adopted. So there's 2 paths you can take with kind of any situation that you're faced with. There's a medical path and there's a natural path. The medical system really is gold for emergency response and support for acute illness, but it's not really set up for prevention and treatment of long-term chronic illness. The process of medicating so quickly, things like antibiotics and all of that, we know are causing problems. So how can we, if we don't need a medical response, support our bodies naturally to either A, heal themselves if they're sick, or B, prevent getting sick in the first place? And that's where I believe something like essential oils and a natural approach to health is gold. How to use essential oils. So there are lots of different ways. The most common are internally. So adding a drop to your water, popping a drop under your tongue, using veggie caps to take them internally. Not all essential oils are safe to take internally and they're clearly labelled on the bottle. There's probably only a handful that aren't. Most of them are, and you can get the therapeutic benefits all through your system. Topically is a great way and one that I use all the time, especially for skincare. You can rub them to apply them on the bottom of your feet, and they reach your bloodstream within 30 seconds. That's been tested and proven. So that's amazing at a quick relief for things like headaches, indigestion, anxiety, feeling that overwhelm or grief or whatever. You can use these oils, and basically our skin, everything we put on our skin is absorbed. They reach our bloodstream super quickly. They really penetrate. Immediate comfort. Basically, I've covered all of that off. The only thing I do want to say about applying topically is if you have sensitive skin, you want to use caution. These oils are so potent. Like I said, 28 cups of peppermint tea in one drop. So there are some oils that are hotter oils like tea tree, oregano, clove, and peppermint that might burn sensitive skin. So you just dilute it in a carrier oil like olive oil or fractionated coconut oil, which is coconut oil that never goes hard, and doTERRA stock that one. It also increases the surface area, so you get more bang for your buck out of the oils. And probably the most common way that people start using essential oils is aromatically. So inhaling, just popping a drop in your hands, warming it up and breathing it in for the aromatic benefits, or using a diffuser. And doTERRA have several awesome diffusers which are way cheaper than just going to the shop and buying one off the shelf. They're really good quality, and yeah, that's probably the most important thing. They're good quality and they're cheaper, so it's a bit of a no-brainer. Using oils aromatically is an instant mood manipulator, like I've talked about with my own emotional support. And certain oils also kill germs and pathogens in the air, so they're great for creating that beautiful home environment. And they ease breathing, lots of them, so you can diffuse them at night for a clearer and more restful sleep. If you're someone who's prone to allergies or snoring, or you've got a bit of cold or sniffle, they're great for diffusing anytime really, but especially at night. So safety, I quickly mentioned about diluting the oils. If you do purchase some doTERRA oils, there's really clear safety recommendations if they're not to be ingested. There's also some great resources which I can direct you guys to. Something called the Modern Essentials app, if you use an iPhone or a smartphone, is great for looking up all kinds of uses and safety tips for essential oils. But essentially, if in doubt, dilute if you're applying topically. And then the only other thing to consider is contraindications with medication. So that's going to be a really individual case-by-case thing. I have all of that safety information if you're wanting it. Basically, there's a book called Essential Oils and Safety written by a top aromatherapist and scientist, which is available. And you can talk to your doctor if they are educated around essential oils. They'll be able to tell you as well. So how can you create a healthier home, a healthier body, and ultimately a healthier life? Some of the ways, there are many, but some of the ways are replacing your self-care. So replacing high-end skincare, perfumes, air fresheners. Perfumes and air fresheners are two of the most toxic things that most people use in their homes, and they are so simple to replace. If you're really attached to a perfume that you love, there's actually a website, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll include it in the post-class email that I'm going to be sending out, where you can look up the most popular perfumes. I think there's hundreds on there. See what their key notes are, and then you can just match them with essential oils. Make your own in a roller bottle, and you have a completely non-toxic perfume. Which smells, has the scent that you still love, and you can change it up and make it unique to you. Replacing shampoos, body lotions, body care, nail care with simple and cheap DIY, do-it-yourself recipes using essential oils and a few other basic ingredients. So you guys are going to get a copy of my new ebook called Beauty Oils, which is talking all about using essential oils for skincare and body care as well. For mood and emotional support, so the way that I intro to the oils, using them for grief, anxiety, increasing concentration. It's great if you have school-aged kids. Things like peppermint oil is so amazing at increasing focus and concentration, and there are a bunch of other oils which are great for the same thing as well. So diffusing that in the classroom, so amazing. Energy, depression, tension, headaches, and nausea. I believe in only using things that you feel really good about, and the placebo effect possibly behind that. So I believe that about everything. I believe that about skincare. I believe that about food. That's a big one for another day. So if you're using things because you think that you should use them or you're fearful of not using them, take someone with acne using something on their skin because they think that they're scared that if they don't use it, their skin's going to get worse. Or with food, eating something because they're scared if they don't eat it that they're going to get fat. I think that that feeling that comes up, that fear, is toxic. I think we should only be using things and we should only be eating things that we feel loving, not because we feel fearful of not doing them or not using them. So something like essential oils, because they're so pure and beautiful and such a beautiful experience, I think it lends extra emotional health as well as the physical health. You can use essential oils in cooking. So because most of them are safe to ingest, there's things like basil essential oil, lemon essential oil, marjoram, thyme, like all of these things. There are some people who are really avid cooks who are experimenting with using essential oils all the time. There's a cookbook that a friend of mine is writing. He's a chef who is using essential oils in his cooking. So that's something really exciting. If you're a foodie, you can use oils in stir fries or marinades or smoothies. You can infuse olive oil with essential oils to really amp it up and give your food amazing flavor. And 1 to 2 drops is all you need for each recipe. They're so potent. And probably other than skincare, my other favorite way to use essential oils is for cleaning. So you can replace toxic multi-purpose sprays, insect repellent, glass cleaners, stainless steel cleaners, floor cleaners, hand soaps, laundry detergent, air fresheners, like you name it. There are no toxic ingredients. They are just as effective, and in some cases they're even more effective. There's an amazing laundry detergent DIY recipe using essential oils, and they've done testing with the same stains to see that it's just as effective as a store-bought organic washing detergent. So the other ebook that you guys are going to get today, that you guys will get if you purchase oils, is a good friend of mine, Alice Abbott, has written an ebook called The High Vibe Life, which is full of cleaning and cooking ingredients for using essential oils. So if you guys decide to go ahead with your oils journey, you'll get a copy of that as a bonus. Just do a quick time check. Cool. So this is doTERRA's Fundamentals of a Healthy Lifestyle Pyramid. So it's the obvious stuff. Eating right, exercising, rest and managing your stress, reducing your overall toxic load, informed self-care and proactive medical care. So this is the emotional component, the self-love stuff that I mentioned. And the amazing thing is that you can use essential oils across all 6 levels of this pyramid to enhance your life and increase your health. So I think now we're going to move into the oils, which I don't want to skim over too quickly, but basically I just want to give you an overview, maybe 1 to 2 uses for each oil and what they're great for, because there are 10 of them and I'm conscious of time. And if you guys decide to purchase the oils, it's something that we'll go over in your one-on-one 30-minute wellness call if you choose to take me up on that. So peppermint essential oil, I already mentioned that it's great for headaches. It's also amazing. You can make your own mouth rinse. So it's fabulous for freshening the breath. You can actually get the doTERRA peppermint essential oil in little beadlets, which you can keep in your handbag, instead of using a breath freshener or a mint or chewing gum, which maybe don't have such great ingredients in them. You can just pop a peppermint beadlet and get that same freshness. You can rub it on your stomach or take it internally for any digestive discomfort. So this is an amazing oil to keep in your handbag. You get a headache, pop a few, a drop on your temples, pop it behind your ears. Use it after you've gone out for dinner if you've eaten a heavy meal and you're not feeling so good. You can use it in cooking. It's amazing in like bliss balls or chocolate smoothies for that choc mint. You can add it to ice cream recipes. And it's also great at helping to pick up your energy. So if you're a new mum like me, or maybe you're just a human who gets tired, you can pop a drop in the palm of your hands, inhale it, and it's an instant pick-me-up. That stuff will wake you up. So peppermint, I love peppermint. It's probably not my favorite oil, but it's one of. The next oil is lavender. So lavender is a bit of a go-to king of oils for all things soothing. So it's amazing for anxiety. It's amazing for your skin. It's great for sunburn. You can add a few drops to a spray bottle of water and spray it on sunburned skin. It's super soothing and healing. It's great for bites and stings. It's great for eczema. My daughter, Avi, suffers from the most horrible eczema, and this is what I use on her when she has a flare-up. I have a little homemade DIY salve that I've made, and I keep it in the fridge, and I smooth it on her skin when she's having a flare-up. And yeah, you can add it to bath salts. You can add it just to your bath, and you can even use it in cooking. So I make some lavender bliss balls, which are really yummy. They're great in cookie recipes. It's great in cookie recipes as well. Lemon oil. This is my favorite oil, hands down. This is nature's happy oil. I used, and I still use, lemon oil so much when I'm having difficult moments emotionally. I just pop a drop in my hands, or I pop a drop on my wrists, and I let it kind of circulate around my body, or I breathe it in, or I diffuse it in my diffuser. It's an instant mood lifter. I also use it for cleaning. So I either wipe down Abby and Millie's high chairs with lemon oil after they've eaten, or with On Guard, which is a protective blend, which we'll talk about in a couple of slides' time. It's great as a stainless steel or a wood cleaner as well. And it's also a fabulous jewelry cleaner. So if you buy that store-bought cleaner, which is very effective, you can replace it with lemon oil. You can just get a cup of water, pop maybe 3 drops of lemon oil in there, or 2 to 3 drops of lemon oil in there, pop your jewelry in there for 5 to 10 minutes, give it a clean with a soft toothbrush, and it is just as good as the store-bought stuff. It's a great fruit and veggie wash as well. If you're not buying organic, you can, when you get your produce home, fill up your sink with warm water, pop 3 drops of lemon oil in there, let it soak for 10 minutes, then just give it a little wash with your hands, and it's a natural fruit and veggie wash. So you can buy store-bought stuff, or you can just use something like lemon oil. The next one is tea tree. So this is a really great first aid oil. Lots of these oils, basically this top 10 oil collection will replace your home first aid kit and so much more. But tea tree is great for, it's antibacterial, and it's antiseptic. It has those 2 properties. So it's great on cuts. It's great for healing. It's great for breakouts, like pustules, open pustules, or any kind of skin wounds. You want to dilute it before applying to sensitive skin, just to make sure it's not going to irritate the skin around the area. You can also ingest tea tree oil for all of those antibacterial, antiseptic qualities as well. It's great added to, if you're using a foot lotion, or you can make your own, for combating things like athlete's foot and tinea, and reoccurring cracked heels as well. The other thing I mentioned about tea tree is it's a great toothbrush cleaner. Pop your toothbrushes once a week with a few drops of tea tree oil, or they call it melaleuca. Top it up with warm water, let your toothbrushes soak, and instant clean. Oregano is probably one of those oils which you're not going to be using every day, but when you need it, it's invaluable. This oil is great if you can feel a cold or a flu coming on. You can gargle a drop in warm water. It's really soothing for your throat. It's very cleansing. It's very purifying. It provides immune-enhancing benefits. Internally, you could choose to take 1 drop daily. I'd probably pop it in a veggie cap rather than taking it down my throat. You can rub it on the bottom of your feet to boost immune support during cold and flu season. It's also great if you want to combine it with your tea tree for cracked heels, fungal, foot infections, tinea, all of that kind of thing. And it can also be a really effective surface spray. So you can make your own oregano, lemon, and a bit of On Guard in there. That is a potent cleaner for all kinds of surfaces, rather than buying a store-bought version. Add a bit of vinegar in there too. What's our next one? Cool. Are you still with me? I think we're still going. Hopefully we're still going. Okay, frankincense. So frankincense is one of the king oils. It's fabulous for skin, especially. It's hugely anti-aging. It's wonderful for hydrating at a cellular level. It helps to promote youthful, radiant-looking skin. doTERRA use it in all of their skincare compilations. It helps to basically resets cells. It teaches cells how to behave normally again. It's great for dry and brittle nails as well. You can make up a little oil to rub on your cuticles and your nails if you suffer from dry or brittle nails. Add it to your existing moisturizer. It's also a really, it's a sacred oil, you know, frankincense, the three wise men, one of the gifts that they gave baby Jesus. So it's been around for a long time. It has amazing benefits for yoga and meditation. So if you're a yogi or if you're someone who meditates, popping a few drops of frankincense into your diffuser while you're practicing really helps to just heighten your experience and increase concentration for what you're trying to achieve. Okay, I'm conscious of time, but this is On Guard. This is doTERRA's protective blend. So this comes in a whole heap of other applications as well. So they have laundry detergent, toothpaste, the best toothpaste that I have ever used, hands down. They have a cleaning concentrate, which you can use to make up multi-purpose sprays. I think one bottle makes 28 multi-purpose sprays. There are supplements, there are beadlets. If you feel yourself getting sick, you can pop a few. Yeah, you can see the ingredients there. It contains amazing things like wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary. So it's like really warm and spicy and quite sweet smelling. So this is the immune booster. Breathe, or in Australia it is called Easy Air, is a great one. It's got your peppermint, your eucalyptus, your tea tree, your lemon, cardamom and a few other things. This is going to open up your airways. So before exercise you can pop a drop on the bridge of your nose to help you breathe deeper. It's great if you have a stuffy nose or allergies. I use this on Abby, my daughter, who has the eczema. She also suffers from allergies. So I rub this all over her back in a diluted form whenever she's having like a sneezing attack. She's allergic to my mum's cat. So yeah, this is the airway enhancer. You can also diffuse it at night for a more restful night's sleep if you're a snorer. The next one is Ice Blue, or Deep Blue is what it's called in the US and Canada. This is your sports blend. So this is great for sore, tired, aching muscles. This is fabulous for arthritis and ankle spurs or any kind of bone spurs, any kind of like muscle or joint pain. It contains high potency, wild grown natural wintergreen, which is the main ingredient in something like a synthetic deep heat. So here you're getting all the benefits without any of the toxic load. DigestZen. So this is the digestive blend from doTERRA. It contains ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, anise, tarragon, and fennel. So this kind of blend is what they pop in those, you know, what you can get from the chemist for little babies who have reflux or colic. These are all the herbs that support smooth, relaxed digestion. So if you have any digestive sensitivities, DigestZen is great. You can either take it internally in a glass of water. You can take their soft gels. They've got them kind of pre-made up, or you can make your own. You can rub it on the soles of your feet, or you can rub it on your belly. Like if you're not feeling so good when you're going to bed, maybe your stomach's feeling heavy, rub some DigestZen on there, and it's amazing how quickly that gets into your system and really soothes your whole digestive tract. Oh, someone coming in. Okay. So these are some of the other products that doTERRA have, which I personally think are amazing. So they've got the Deep Blue Rub. They've got some more, so the top 10 oils we've talked about today are the more medicinal first day replacing oils that you can use for skincare, cleaning. It's basically the best place to start. But doTERRA do offer many, many other essential oils that are a little bit more specific to certain things. They also offer blends. So those four little ones down there, Elevation, Balance, Serenity, and Citrus Bliss, are completely beautiful. They're blends of different essential oils targeted to create a certain aromatic benefit. They have a kick-ass shampoo and conditioner it smells like wild limes, and it's really, really beautiful. And if you've tried natural shampoos before, I've kind of gone through many, many, many of them trying to find one that worked for my hair. doTERRA has a great one. They also have a great skincare line if you're not into making your own skincare like I am. It's called Virage. It's anti-aging, it's very potent, it's light on the skin, lets the skin breathe, so it's a great one. And they also have not just these 3, but many other supplements. So doTERRA believes that, there's kind of a belief in the supplement world that if some is good, then more must be better. And doTERRA, and so what we see in supplements is synthetic supplements, which are not bioavailable to the body, that we're literally peeing down the toilet. When you see that bright yellow pee, you're basically peeing away your supplements. We're mega dosing the body, and our body's just not able to absorb it. It's not in a form that our body can absorb it. So doTERRA use whole food supplements, which means that they have all of the little bits and pieces that our body needs to be able to properly absorb things from the supplements. So yeah, they're amazing. People just absolutely rave. It's a great way to start with doTERRA as well. It's a nice access point for a lot of people just by replacing your daily supplements that you're already taking. So I've gone 5 minutes over already, but I hope you guys won't mind if I just take 5 minutes more. The loyalty rewards program. So I briefly mentioned this at the start of the class. This is a great way that you can, after you've started with your starter kit, the loyalty rewards program is basically an optional monthly auto ship of doTERRA products, and you pick what you want each month. There is I think the minimum order is 1 PV, which is like $1 to stay on the program. If you spend 50 PV a month, which is roughly, it's roughly dollar for dollar, so it's around $50. So if you're using oils for cleaning, skincare, you've replaced your supplements with whole food supplements from doTERRA, maybe you're buying the Ordinary detergent, you can kind of see how maybe 50 PV a month is quite reasonable to be replacing a whole heap of things in your home of amazing quality and voting with your dollar. Then you start to get up to 30% back in product points to spend the next month. So the way that doTERRA works is a little bit like Costco. You pay a $35 joining fee, and then you get wholesale prices for a year. The following year, it costs you $25 to rejoin, but they send you a free peppermint oil, which is worth $26.50, I think, wholesale. So you're essentially getting, you're just paying for a peppermint oil. You get your own little online storefront. So you go on there, you don't have to check in with me or anyone else. You just order if and when you're ready. You can manage your own loyalty rewards program if that's something that you want to do. It's definitely not compulsory. And then it gets shipped to your door. Super convenient. Anything, I think it usually costs around $9.95 for shipping within Australia, but you get that $9.95 back the next month in product points. So you get 10 product points back to spend on doTERRA products. So essentially they're kind of covering your shipping in a way, like you're paying for the shipping, but you're getting it back in points the next month to re-spend on your product. If the loyalty rewards program, you have to be a part of it if you wanted to take something with doTERRA further and grow your own doTERRA business, which if that's something that you're curious about, we'll set up a different time to talk about that. It's something that I'd love to guide you through. I would be your business mentor in that. But yeah, basically you need to be on LRP to do that, to earn commissions and all of that kind of thing. And you have to have a 100 PV order each month. So with LRP, you decide what you buy and how much you spend. There's just a 1 PV minimum just to stay on the program. And if you spend, as I said, 50 PV or more a month, then you're getting up to 30% back. You can see on the little, in the little table to the right, the little pink table, a little bit more info on LRP. So if you choose to go ahead and buy some oils, there will be an option there to sign up for LRP. If that's not something you're interested in, just don't sign up for it. That's totally fine. It might be something that you might want to get started with oils, but not join LRP straight away. That's totally fine too. You can see how you go. And then if you're wanting to branch out and try some of the other products, or if you find that you're using the oils in your everyday life for self-care, self-love, cleaning, skincare, all of these things that they're so amazing for, and you're going through things like lemon, peppermint, and lavender, which are probably the top 3 oils, then it might be really worth your while to join the LRP program to reduce your overall cost of your daily wellness needs. So that's a little bit about LRP. I really think it's an amazing program once you kind of get your head around how it works for, reducing your overall cost. So the last thing I want to quickly throw up is how to get started. If you're like, yep, cool, essential oils sound great, like I want to invest in some oils for myself and for my family, I want to start using them in my life, how do you go about it? So hands down, the best way to start is through a kit. It is below wholesale cost. It's the one time where you can purchase oils below wholesale. There are 2 size kits that are the most popular. So there's and the top 10 oils are in both of them. So there's the Essential Collection Kit and the Home Essentials Kit, which you can see little pictures on the right there. The Essential Collection Kit includes 5 mils of the top 10 oils, and the Home Essential Kit includes 15 mils of the top 10 oils. So you're getting more for the Home Essentials. They also throw in a diffuser, a pedal diffuser that you can use to diffuse the oils. The Essential Collection at the moment includes a free Smart and Sassy oil, which includes things like cinnamon oil. It's a metabolic blend. So you can use it either before you work out, you can pop it in a smoothie each morning. It helps to stabilize your blood sugars. It's basically like a weight management, weight support blend for that. So you get a free one of those at the moment with the Essential Collection kit. Both of these starter kits, there are some other more expensive starter kits. If that's something, when you click on the link, you'll see all of the options. All of the starter kits include the annual membership worth $35, like the Costco thing, and it gives you 25% off for the remainder of the year. They'll also send you out a little info pack with you'll have your own website that you can then order things through if and when you want to. It also gives you the option to participate in the LRP, which we talked about on the previous slide. And the team that I'm a part of, and doTERRA as a whole, believe in providing major value. So you get a bunch of ebooks when you join. You get online support and educational webinars. You become part of the Happy Collective and Bend It Like Pretzel communities on Facebook and Instagram. So they are on Facebook private groups where people are sharing inspiration, recipes, all of that kind of thing. It's an amazing group to be a part of. So you get access to that too. You also get, I haven't written it on here, but you get a free 30-minute wellness consult with me. So after you've ordered your oils, we'll connect for 30 minutes and we'll go through how to integrate them into your life. We'll come up with a bit of a plan for either 1 month or 3 months going forward of how to start to shift some of the things that you want to shift about your emotional, physical, spiritual, or financial health using the oils. So you get that 30-minute call as well. So I'll pop the links there. I'll also pop them in the link. I'll pop those links, in the recap email that I'm going to send you guys after the class. So there's a getting started guide. If you want a bit more of a recap, a bit more of info about doTERRA, I've put together a little guide there for you. Or if you're ready to just go ahead and order yourself some oils, that's the link there. And you just follow the prompts. So I think that's my last slide. I think that covers off everything I wanted to share with you guys. If anyone has any questions, just pop them in the chat box now. These are just some pictures of the bonuses that you get. So you get my ebook, Beauty Oils, which is all about skin. You get Alice's ebook, and you get access to the online communities. This is just a quick slide about the business opportunity with doTERRA, but I also so I'll just leave that up for a quick second for you guys to have a little bit of a look at. And if it's something that you're interested in, email me, bennettlikepretzel@gmail.com, and we'll set up a separate time to talk about that. This is a business that anyone can do, but not everyone will do. So, but if it's tugging at your soul, if you're curious about it, you want a bit more info, send me an email, and I can certainly offer you more information about the doTERRA, building a doTERRA business of your own, and you can see whether that aligns with your soul or not. Cool. So I'll just pop up this last slide, which is how you can connect with me. So I'm on Facebook, send me an email, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Instagram. I think that's all for today. I don't think there was any questions that popped up. Nothing in chat. Cool, so I'll let you guys go and enjoy your Sunday. If you're joining us live, or if you're watching this one afterwards, enjoy whatever day that you're having. And I'll send you guys an email after this with links, recap, and a bit more information, and a link to the recorded version of this video as well. Okay, thanks guys, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.